Good morning. It is Wednesday, April the 8th. Sorry it took so long to get this together. I've got really bad toothache last night and didn't sleep very well. I'm going to read from Mark chapter 11, verses 12 to 14, and then give you some context to it. On the next day, when they had left Bethany, he became hungry. Seeing at a distance a fig tree and leaf, he went to see perhaps if he would find anything on it. When he came to it, he found nothing but leaves, for it was not the season for figs. He said to it, "May no one ever eat fruit from you again." And his disciples were listening. Now later on in verse 21, they're walking through, and Peter happens to see that same fig tree withered from the roots up. And he says, "Rabbi, look, the fig tree you cursed has withered." Sometimes we have a little bit of a problem with what Jesus does here. We worry about it, and it just doesn't seem like something Jesus would do, cursing a fig tree just because it's not the season for figs. And yet, we have to understand that this fig tree was more of an illustration to the church as a whole. He's on his way into the temple where he's going to find the money changers who have literally turned the house of prayer into a den of robbers, and then he clears the temple. But on his way there, he sees this fig tree. Think of it like, the current Jewish religion. They weren't bearing any fruit. They weren't doing what they were supposed to be doing. They missed him completely because they weren't watching the way they should have been for the Christ. And so, he ends up, God takes away their blessing and brings the kingdom to the church age. We are at risk every time when we don't do what we're supposed to do. We are at risk at also becoming like that fig tree, where we won't bear fruit. And if something is not able to bear fruit, then it will be cut down and thrown into the fire. This is our opportunity. This is the moment when the church can truly be the church and show fruit and gain others for the kingdom. We need to be out there. Now, the idea of bearing fruit when you're a Christian means making more Christians. In other words, reaching people with the gospel. Planting the seed, watering it, let God bring the increase. But if you're not planting and watering, then there's no increase that'll be had. And so we need to be out there being fruitful. We need to be out there doing what we've been commanded to do. And this is an opportunity the church has in order to show that they are going to bear fruit. I don't want to be like that fig tree. That when Jesus comes and takes a good look at whether or not I'm bearing fruit, sees nothing but leaves. Take a look at yourself. How are you living? Are you reaching people with the gospel? Are you living in a way that's going to make people want to take a look at the gospel? I think it's a good thing to think about and avoiding being like that fig tree. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you all tonight, 6:30, for our Bible study over Hebrews. We'll see you then.